it's really a matter of scale. You know, like how much can you scale? And I mean, like everything, anytime you make it a business decision like this, the first thing you should think about is what do I have to do to make it sustainable? And I think the last time I was on here, I talked about the MVP, the minimum viable product. What is the smallest thing I need to get out there? What is the least work I have to do to turn something into something that people want to consume, come back to consume, and turns into a model that I can replicate and grow on.
Right.
And I think merch is no different from that.
And there's so many factors that go into that too, including the storefront you're using, how you're printing it, the quality, whether or not you get customization of packaging or inserts into it or any other sort of branding elements, and even the website itself. Like, are you just going through a Design by Humans website, turnkey, like big commerce site, or something completely custom? I think those are all factors to consider too.
I would dare say I actually like Design by Humans for that very reason. Like it's very simple. They're going to manage all the logistics for you. The customers are going to wind up paying a premium for it, and you're going to get less profit. But at least you can kind of gauge, like, do people actually buy this stuff? It costs me nothing to really get started. Do people actually use it? And if not, what if I change things around? Like, what's the thing that I'm going to have to do to make this work? And I think
there's like tiers to that too. Like you said, the intro level is those print on demand, Design by Humans, not Shopify. That's a platform. I'm blanking on the other ones.
Streamlabs has one too now.
Streamlabs, yeah. All these platforms, especially ones that are like pushing towards streamers, those are literally no risk to you in terms of money, but could harm your brand image if you're just pushing a bunch of logo stuff that nobody wants to pick up.
And again, like I said, you're pushing the cost of that logistic of pushing that logistics onto somebody else. That cost goes to your customer. It doesn't go to you. Like unless you go in there, unless you go in there and say, like, I want to make $1 on every t-shirt I make, it's still going to be a fairly expensive t-shirt, but it won't be as expensive. You know, like, but if you really want to, if your goal is to actually make money, like make good money on every sale, your customers are going to be paying more because they're paying for the logistics, the support.
Right. I mean, so the nice thing about that also is the like you mentioned, like the level of automation that happens. Like, you know, most of us don't have time to vet personalize merchandise stores and, you know, do all that manual work to, you know, quality check, set the prices, build the store, integrate it with your website if need be. You know, using like Streamlabs or DBH really does help with that. For those that want to have something where it's like, you know, you just kind of like on the basic level of like, I want some merch for my brand. Like my viewers want to buy some shirts and mugs. Let's set something up. It's simple. It's straightforward. It's not too taxing on your time.
Also a quality that gets factored in there too, because you don't have to do any of that. Somebody's like, hey, my shirt came in all messed up. It's like, oh yeah, then go talk to, you know, it's like send an email. They have a support line. Boom, done.
Yeah, I definitely have a separate email just for customer service.
I think before we got started, you actually, we were talking about that I was on DBH, and I want to make it clear that I don't have like anything against DBH. I'm just ready to move on to the next step personally.
There's there's different tiers and there's different levels of quality with printing and stuff like that, and which we can definitely get into. I would say there's like 3 tiers that you could go for printing merch for a streamer. First is the entry level Design by Humans. Next, if you want to take on that responsibility, is handling it all yourself, and that can scale up into a certain point, and then eventually, or if you don't want to deal with that, you just go straight to a fulfillment service that a lot of screen printers and other production companies will actually offer fulfillment and drop shipping as a service within their company themselves, which is something to look into and is interesting. It's something I've looked into, depending on levels of busyness I've gotten to. But I feel like those are the kind of 3. And the larger you go, in theory, the more money you would make if the sales are there and the higher quality of the product. So it is definitely a big graph up. But
I think that's why like things like Design by Humans and Streamlabs are valuable, because you can change your inventory out quite a bit and kind of test
to
see what works and what doesn't. And if you see like, oh, this shirt actually sells pretty well, what if I did more in this sort of vein? And
since it's print on demand, you don't have to order 100 of them and hope that you sell through.